Oh! Hey Cynthia!
Hey Hannah!
How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good, just, finishing up my summer in my internship. Good.
Where were you working at?
Oh, I was working at P&G in Boston and I was doing mechanical design for them. It was
Nice.
great. Yeah, robotics too. So, yeah. How about you?
I was working in San Francisco at an artificial intelligence startup doing front-end development.
That sounds
pretty cool.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Sounds awesome. Wait, you know what I want to do?
What?
I want to find out what everyone else did this summer.
Me too!
Okay, let's go. Let's do it.
What did you do over the summer, and what's one fun, cool insight/experience that you had?
Over the summer, I was teaching at a tech camp. I was teaching Java and Minecraft modding classes. That's something I've never done before, like teaching large classes. So I think the largest thing that I learned from that was how to work with younger kids and kind of get them inspired about technology.
So this summer I worked at Intuit in Cambridge on their QuickBase product. And I guess something that I really learned is I never really appreciated, in terms of software, what it means to make something for millions of people. Like, you have to just think of so many other small things that you would normally never have to think of when you're just hacking around on your own.
Over the summer I was a Bose intern, but I worked with Paul Rubelo on his iHelper project thing, and it was a lot of fun. Cool experience was kind of getting both the aspect of a research position at Olin while still working for a big company at Bose and kind of juggling that. And now we're continuing the project and going to a conference.
This summer I was making a mobile online check-in so you could check into your doctor's appointments before you got there. I think one of the coolest things was that I was actually on the team and working with everyone, so I got to learn things like code checking and actually properly documenting my code, which is something that I had never done before.
So I was working here over the summer on some research with Chris Lee. I worked on Persian landing gear for drones, and it was really, really fun. We got to laser cut a whole bunch of pieces out and design them, and I did some mathematical modeling of it. It was really cool.
Over the summer, I was working at Intuit in San Diego, California. I was doing software for their help system. So when you go do your taxes and you're confused, that's where our software kicks in. The insights that I got were kind of how teams work in the real world, because our team was involved in what a lot of other teams did. So it was a lot of coordinating and getting things to work together. So I guess I realized that the stuff we do at Olin in teams is really important for the future.
I was working at Bose, and I was developing a robotic arm platform for them. And that's the coolest thing I did. I got to work with a team that did Project Sound, which is Bose's active suspension in cars, so that was really cool.
I worked at NGP Van, which is a company that does software for political campaigns, labor unions, and nonprofits.
This summer I worked for Indico Data, which is a startup that was started by Olin students a couple years ago. And I joined the founder, Alec Radford, and he was my mentor for the whole thing. One interesting thing was that Indico has beds at their office. So I've actually used the bunk beds quite often to stay and do late nights. It was like the supreme optimum of startup life, but I learned so much.
This summer I worked at Intrepid Pursuits, and I did Android development there. And unrelated to my work was one late night at Tasty Burger. I think it was around 1 a.m. or something. We saw BJ Novak enter the restaurant with his friends and have a burger. And it was quite a surreal experience seeing a celebrity in real life. He didn't seem very happy, which was also kind of interesting.
Okay, so this summer I stayed at Olin and I worked with Professor Jean Huang in her lab. We did a bunch of microbiology research. It was my first time doing real academic research. And it was really awesome because I actually got to go to a bunch of graduate academic conferences.
I worked at CSE Medical in Lexington. I was on an R&D research team, and I was working on endoscopic instruments that use liquid nitrogen to freeze off unwanted tissue. And that is all I can say. Funny story. I don't have a funny story. At least none that I can really tell.
Or interesting experience, lesson learned, weird.
It doesn't have to be
Yeah.
a part of work.
Yeah, it could be
fun
just
thing
during the
outside
summer.
of work.
Fun thing outside
Yeah,
of
for
work?
example, Lucy had a shopping cart that she spray painted and attached to a telephone pole outside of her house, and an old lady stole it once.
I found a shopping cart and I took it home with me to my apartment, painted it, and put a sign on it, and I locked it to a light pole in our neighborhood, and somebody stole it. So that was sad.
Okay. Well, my fun story was that I took care of my tenant's dog for the entire summer. She was a sweet, like, golden doodle that was super smelly, but yeah, she was very nice and very sweet.
I worked at Walt Disney Imagineering as a ride engineer, in the ride engineering department as a mechanical engineering intern. And I worked on a mock-up test for an upcoming attraction for Tokyo Disneyland. It was a really cool experience. I thought my project was well scoped. Unfortunately, I can't tell you exactly which attraction. I'll tell you in 5 years. But what was really cool, they gave all the interns a backstage tour of Disneyland. So it was a 12-hour tour that lasted from 2 a.m. to 2 p.m. and it was really, really awesome to just go through all of the rides like Indiana Jones and Pirates and etc. And just like walking through the ride, and because I'm a Disney geek, I thought all of that was just like really amazing and how they did everything back then. So, oh, and another fun fact, Quincy Jones said I was beautiful. So yeah.